when starting going to the gym, I had the goal to always want to try to build the bigger biceps and bigger arms. So I used to try to find the perfect bicep exercises online. I used to look up YouTube videos for it. I used to read through research articles and all of that. And it was a hard answer to find the exact perfect bicep exercise. And I did all kinds of bicep exercises. I did basic bicep curls. I did all of these type of exercises I tried to do. And here's the ones that worked for me. It would maybe start working for you if you would try to do them, but these are the ones that worked for me to build my biceps a bit. So what makes bicep exercises effective is the first question. So what makes this exercise effective, or these 3 exercises that I'll go through to you effective, is that they train the 2 primary heads of the bicep, the long head and the short head of the biceps, but also trains the brachialis and the brachioradioalis, which are a part of the forearms as well. So it incorporates a bit of that in a bit of an indirect way when training these exercises. The exercises train your biceps until failure, and this will make that it results in muscle growth with that your biceps will start growing. So the exercises that are useful to build the biceps are first of all chin-ups. If you've watched my content for a while, you know that I'm a huge advocate of bodyweight exercises and exercises like chin-ups. They're very effective with trying to build most of the overall and general good for functional strength and good for training most of the bicep as a whole, and maybe not specifically a specific head, maybe a slightly more on the short head, but it's not the best for isolation, but works very well if you want to just train the general part of the biceps and your functional strength and keep that at a good maintainable level. When also doing chin-ups, in general, it's very important that you want to stay in the 6 to 10 rep range. So it's usually very important to make sure adding weight to your chin-ups, maybe 10 or 15 kilos, to make sure that you're still in that hypertrophy range and in the area where you'll be able to build the most amount of muscle. And the second exercise, which is effective, is hammer curls. And what hammer curls do is that they train more of the long head of the bicep and some parts of the forearm. So what hammer curls are, it's a very good exercise still. And if you want to push a bit more weight on, I recommend doing one hand at a time and not doing both hands at the same time, and trying to isolate more of one long head part of the bicep, and getting the slowly and controlled usually is the best way with doing one hand at a time, and it's the one for me that's worked the best, I would say, at being able to train that for the most part. And it also trains the forearms, so the brachialis and the brachioradioalis, which are some parts here on the forearm, which I won't really go through too much with today, but in general, there are 2 muscle groups in the forearms. The last exercise that's very effective is the face away cable curl. So you face away from the cable. You have the cable here, and then you make sure to face away from it, and it trains very well of your short head bicep. And it's the most effective one, in my opinion, with isolating the short head of your biceps, and in general the best way to isolate it. And it's very good that you can do it slowly and controlled a lot more, and it's when facing towards the cable instead, which many people do, they face towards the cable with it when doing the curls. what will happen then is that muscles like the back will start getting involved instead of the biceps. And the face away cable curl also gives a lot better stability to your to the exercise than doing facing towards the cable for that part, which in general makes the exercise a lot more effective.